Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. For those of you who are brand new to the channel, I hope you enjoy your reading today. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. I am sending you all of my love. Thank you so much for being here with me again. So Aries, this reading is for any and all Aries placements. Please take this reading as it resonates. Since this is a general reading, it won't resonate for everyone. Any additional information about me or the channel can be found in the description box below. This reading can be applied to any and all situations, including love, career, and personal growth. And with that, Aries, we are going to jump right into your reading. So first, we're going to pull some oracle cards to get an idea of the themes at play, the energies at work, and any individuals who may be involved. Then we're going to jump over to the Celtic cross spread using the tarot, which we will clarify with a second tarot deck. And then we're going to close off with additional oracle for guidance. Okay, so let's go ahead and see for Aries what's going on here. So a recent ending I'm seeing. There's lack of closure. It could be with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There could also just be recurring issues between you and this person. Okay, so whether this was an ending to the relationship where someone goes to the other or left for reasons that they didn't share, right? There's just a lot of questions there. This could also indicate that there are recurring issues that for some reason have no real solution. And where one person is distraught about this, the other person is just kind of watching on. Someone is really not active here. Underneath the deck, we have building blocks, which is a 28, which reduces to a 10 as well. The 37 here, we also have reducing to a 10. So someone is getting to a breaking point. Someone is at the point now where they're really not sure if this is something they want to continue dealing with. This is the source of a lot of pain, confusion. Somebody wants this to be a serious long-term commitment, but it's like this other person is absent. They're not putting as much into this as the other person. That is very clear here, Aries. This observer energy it's somebody at a distance. They're watching, but they're not saying anything. Someone could be asking themselves, what do I do next? So for some, this is about having some confusion about what to do next, and it's kind of painful. Now, I will say what's interesting is that the interest to build on this is mutual. The interest to build on this is mutual, but this almost feels like a natural opposition. If you're connecting with an Aquarius, this may resonate because in the Aquarius reading, there was mention of someone withholding information until what's coming in very, very soon. Someone will be revealing something that they've been holding back for a while. And so that's a similar kind of energy here, is both people want this to do well, to get this off the ground, to have something serious and stable. But one person is feeling upset about some issues that have no resolution, it feels like, or something recently that has ended that's been the source of pain. And the other person, they feel distant. They feel distant. There's not as much communication. Right, so let's get a little bit more information, please, on these energies for Aries, please. Distant horizons. This could have something to do with physical distance, but this could also just indicate very little contact, if none at all. Just distance emotionally, mentally. This could also talk about dreams, right? Wanting to go the distance, fantasizing about the future. Somebody here holds the future of this foundation in high esteem. But can it be manifested? Because with distant horizons, it's still in the aspiration phase. It's not yet in the actual physical manifestation stage just yet. This is the plan, the dream to have it. Expectation, 28 again on the building block. Right, so this is another 10. This is closure. Someone's about to come to the end of they're coming to their wit's end here, Aries. I don't think it's something that's going to be dramatic and, chaotic and this terrible ending or anything like that. I do feel, though, that someone is getting to the point where they need to say something because there's a distance. there's almost a feeling here that even if you guys are in communication, you're really not speaking on what's most important. You're talking about everything but the main issue. Where are we going? What are we doing? Right? What's happening with the contract? What's happening with this? People are involved and it's like you're dancing around the line. Someone's dancing around the line. And someone's waiting for the other to break the ice. It's like, it's ironic because it feels almost like both people are trying to have consideration for the other person's space. Right? But in doing that, no one is taking a step forward. So there's silence, even though there's so much to be said. House. This could have something to do with a home, an office building. 2, right? A 20 reduces to a 2. This is about making a long-term decision. This could be marriage for some of you. If you're already married, this is about the long-term goal. What are we doing? Right? You might be trying to open up a business together. You may want to expand the family, the household in some way, perhaps go out and buy property. So this could be financial for you. Right? For some, this is about hearing back from somebody about an offer that was made. That's for a very small group of you. This is about how to manifest, though, this is how to manifest the final product of this thing you're thinking. So if you are connecting with someone, Aries, this person is also trying to figure out what the long-term decision should be from them. So where this is going in the long term is going to be the source of your discussion, because I do feel like somebody is going to finally break the ice. Thoughts. So 16 reduces to a 7. Excuse me. You may be connecting with a Cancer. Strong air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is somebody thinking long and hard about what they want to do next. This is about what motivates you, what inspires you, what direction do you want to take. Will there be communication, please? Will there be communication? For Aries and this person, will there be communication, please? Will there be communication, please? Courtship. Sheesh. So will there be communication, Aries? Yes, there will be communication about this. This person wants the same things you do. So if there was a question for you, is this person dreaming the same dreams? Are they wanting the same foundation? Are they building towards what I am building towards? The 4 is just a strong foundation, whether it's between you and a romantic partner or a work partner, or in some significant way where security and stability are important to you, Aries. When it comes down to the person involved, the answer is yes. There is a disconnect in terms of how you guys communicate. That is the issue here. The issue is there is a difference in communication styles. Someone may be getting themselves really worked up because they're imagining this other person's silence is translating to distance, not like disinterest, boredom. Somebody here, because of the other person is occupied in their thoughts and worrying about maybe other elements outside of the relationship. Somebody here is suffering over thoughts that the silence this person is giving off, the distance between you and this person as of recently, or as it's been for the last few months even, is an indication that they are not with you in this. But that is not true. They want it, but the way they move towards this goal is different from how you move towards this goal. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot, please, for Aries. Underneath the deck, we have the moon, so you could be connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces. This is about intuition, subconscious thoughts. This is about dreams, visions, right? But I'm getting very, very strong that this is the feeling of aspiration, Aries. This is about you asking yourself, what do I really want from this? For some, you are really having a hard time reading the person that you're with, and that's causing you a lot of anxiety, maybe depression, You may be very, very sad when you think about where you and this person are, because you can't read them that easily. Okay? Yeah. The current energy is the Two of Cups. This person is in it with you. If you're asking yourself if this person feels the same way as you, yes, they act differently than you're used to. Okay, maybe they're harder. I'm really getting air sign energy, because that detachment, that almost cold demeanor can be, it's natural. It's natural for them, right? So it can be harder to read that warmth that comes when you're attracted to somebody from an air sign. But this person you're connecting with cares about you the same. This is a partnership where the interests are mutual. The attraction is mutual. The block is the Queen of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You might be getting in your own way here, Aries. Okay? You may be getting in your own way here. This person, this situation may actually have more to it than you would believe. And I think it's because someone here is not venturing to discuss their feelings, to discuss what the long-term plans are. It may not be in union, but it's an understanding that you're looking for. Okay? This could also be just another person who is impassioned. This could be like in the business world, some kind of a competitor, a business owner, someone that you are going up against with a lot of experience and know-how and motivation that maybe you and this new partner don't have. This could indicate an individual, I'm getting like an ex or a third party, just someone who's got a lot to say about this union that might be budding in. For some, it's just that you're not taking action, or the person you're connecting with is not taking action to connect. Best case scenario is the Ten of Swords. This is releasing the pain, releasing the anxiety, releasing the overthinking. The best case scenario is you guys lay it all out on the table and just have a discussion. Someone shares their thoughts. They open up finally. The reason it's all happening is the Five of Cups. So some kind of a disappointment, perhaps a loss, right? But somebody is definitely feeling sad about something. Remember though, with the Five of Cups, there is always the Two of Cups, which is your current energy, Aries. So no matter what the sadness was, remember that you do have this important connection here that you can rely on in the midst of all of this. Okay, so don't discount that. But someone here is very, very sad. If this is not you, someone has experienced loss, and that is the reason for this need to connect, but also this possible painful detachment that's coming from this person. So in the recent past, we have the Seven of Cups. All right, so options. I'm getting overwhelmed though. I'm getting overwhelmed for someone. Many, many options. This could involve the Queen of Wands here. In the past, there may have been somebody who, quote unquote, exercised their options to an extent, but then a decision was made to really focus just on one person. And so the sadness that's coming from this is realizing that there were other people involved, a disappointment that there was any competition to begin with. But I don't think that that's out of malice. If there was a past partner who might be trying to come back, Aries, I don't feel that's malicious. I think that's just kind of how the story is going. Someone is trying to release this past. That's why they're focusing on this connection now. But the past is using their own free will to follow this person. Now coming in, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so somebody is going to be feeling a little stuck, but what I'm getting more from the Eight of Swords is someone realizes that they are doing it to themselves, and they are realizing, because the Eight of Swords is self-sabotage. So you are focusing on the fears, right? And it's difficult to pull your mind away from the fears. It's a way that we defend ourselves. It's a defense mechanism, right? But you become you tap into that higher thinking, Aries, and you realize that in some ways, if you continue to focus on the fears, then for all the good this may produce, you may in some way kind of stand in the way of your own happiness. Somebody will, right? So where this is not you, this could be the person you're connecting with, but somebody realizes their power. They realize that the power of the mind is incredible, and perhaps they've left the controls unattended for too long. right? And so their brain has kind of been doing what it does and forcing us to look at painful things in an effort to stay safe. But someone here takes their control back and they become the controller again. How you see yourself as the star. You could be connecting with an Aquarius, Aries, right? How we mentioned at the beginning of the reading. But you also see yourself as undergoing an immense healing and transformation. This is peace. This is tranquility. This is feeling like you are on the right path. Remember that the star is the North Star home. So this is your guiding light. This is how you know you are on track. So you feel, Aries, very accomplished. Even though you are not exactly where you want to be just yet, you know that you are on track. Okay, so you and this person, you may feel far away from this person. You may feel like, you know, physically there's distance, emotionally there's distance, mentally there's distance. However, you can't help but shake that connection. You can't help but feel like there is something deeper, something divine. You can't break yourself away from this. It's mesmerizing, and that's how you see yourself, is mesmerized. And also just being pulled in a direction that feels right. Yeah, in the environment, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So something you may not be seeing here is that someone really is just enjoying their solitude. So for some, where you're maybe asking yourself, well, is this person exploring their options? There's this Queen of Wands that keeps making her appearance, and they used to be a player. What you may not be realizing is that this person is being honest. They are turning a new leaf, and they're trying out this, you know, being alone thing, because they realize that in order to preserve their own integrity in their relationships moving forward, it's in their best interest to preserve their energy, their attention, and to lock down their security, so that when the right person comes, right, and this may be the right person, because there's a lot of attraction here, so the potential is there, this person wants to be prepared. So if you're asking yourself, are they seeing anyone else? Are they doing any other things? No, this person is enjoying their solitude. They're going to the gym, they're eating right, they're taking care of themselves, they're looking good, smelling good, and the whole thing, you know? And if this is you asking yourself, well, am I living my best life? You know, this feels like such a grind. Like, yes, this person is here, but I always feel like I'm fighting something. I always feel like I'm stuck. The answer is also yes. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. And if you want, Aries, that gave me chills. If you want, you can even include that in the comments below. Just because I'm struggling does not mean I'm failing. Okay? Just because you are struggling does not mean you are any less from being exactly where you need to be and on track to get the best results possible. Not every routine feels great. Not every path is easy. But are you on the right one for your own improvement, for your own security, for your own well-being? Yes. The fear is the sun. You're afraid of the sun. You could be connecting with a Leo. That could be this Queen of Wands energy. It could be a man as well, right? For the Queen of Wands, it's just identifying a feminine energy. You're afraid that something's going to burn out. If you get too close to the sun, it'll burn you. Is it too good to be true? I'm afraid of being happy because what if it slips through my fingers? All things in life are temporary, which includes happiness. What if I get there? What if we can be happy? What if we grow? But then we stop growing. What if we stagnate? What if we never grow at all? What if it stays to be a friendship? What if we never develop into something romantic? What if we develop into something romantic but never get married? It's the what ifs. It's the hypotheticals. Aries, it's the hypotheticals. I feel like you are drowning yourself in all of these hypotheticals. You're trying to read the future, not realizing that when it comes to you and another person, it's free will all the way. And all you can do along this ride is hold hands. And the thought of that might make you really sad. But it's okay, because this connection is incredibly meaningful. And this is not a coincidence. This is to either teach you a lesson or to have this person in your life for a very long time. And I'm getting very teary-eyed right now, Aries, because I do feel like you and this person are connecting on a very deep level. And the fear here of happiness is so intense. Just give me a second. This is such an intense fear to have because the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So to fear this is because you feel so good with this person. You're afraid, what if it never results into anything? What if it doesn't become the ultimate. Because you know that that's what you deserve, Aries. You want happiness. You deserve happiness. Not everything in life is permanent, but it doesn't have to be worth its weight in gold. Take your time, okay? And the outcome is the Queen of Swords. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be somebody that you're connecting with. I do feel ultimately from this, the Queen of Swords is a wickedly smart person. Okay, this individual, she's honest. She speaks what's on her mind. She's learned a lot. She has experienced her own painful situations, but she doesn't let it guide her emotions. She is a very virtuous person. She stands by her morals and she is honest. So in the end, Aries, it doesn't matter who you are connecting with, whether this is you or that person, somebody will make sure that they represent themselves in the light of what it is they want truthfully, not to appease the decision of the other person or to appease emotions. And somebody, when it comes down to this Eight of Swords energy, they are not going to be pulled down by that. They're not going to allow themselves to move in fear. If there's an issue that needs to be addressed, the Queen of Swords will do so. She'll address it, and she will do that with grace. Ultimately, a decision will be made, okay? But I do feel, because of how strong this connection feels, I think it's going to have to do with this connection moving forward. It's just going to look different. It's just going to look different because there is an element here of self-preservation. This does feel a little bit difficult to navigate for somebody. To be afraid of the light it's a huge fear. So somebody here may just decide to take a step back while they figure themselves out. Aries, please. Yeah. Under the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so someone here is definitely choosing to move in a particular direction. A decision will be made and action will be taken towards that. For some, this is indicative that you and this person will go on two different paths, but I do feel that this is temporary because the connection is so strong. I feel almost like if you guys choose to go in your own separate directions, you're still going to keep meeting in the middle. You're still going to choose to keep meeting in the middle. I feel like maybe this is dialing things back a little bit so that someone here has more space. But I'm not getting like a permanent separation. This is just using your time differently. Someone spending more time alone or spending more time doing something else that is more focused on themselves. Okay. So the Two of Cups here with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's the current energy. It's somebody who you just feel like this is not a coincidence. The Wheel of Fortune, this is fate, right? This is fate. This is the stuff in the universe that we cannot control. We can only control our actions, but this is about, it's almost like star-crossed lovers, right? Two people connecting, two people having a friendship, a relationship, and you just know there's more to this, right? For some of you, this is about you just being in another cycle with someone who you already have history with, but it feels new, it feels different. There's a renewal here. The block is the Queen of Wands with the Tower. So you could be connecting with a Scorpio. The block here is the Queen of Wands and the Tower. So for an individual here recently broke away from this person or this job or this commitment of some kind to this person. They broke out of this and it was very sudden. And because of that, there is that Eight of Swords feeling, that trapped, kind of fearsome situation. This can also be that somebody feels like their motivation to make something happen in the relationship or in the connection is kind of, it's been obliterated, right? The Tower, it comes down very hard. There's something about the motivation here that isn't quite what it used to be. I only say that because it's in the block position. So whatever this Tower was, whether it was for better or for worse, it has stagnated the motivation somehow. It has stagnated the inspiration. Perhaps for some of you, this is about you opening up your own business, and this connection really just means everything to you. But because now you are a business person, right, or picking up more hours at work, that's getting in the way of all your relationships. But what bothers you the most is it gets in the way of this one. So like that, the Tower in this case, even if it was good, there's something about it preventing the movement you feel of this in the future. And it almost feels like you guys are at a standstill in a way that you wish you weren't. So the best case scenario here with the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords is it comes around full circle. Ten of Swords reduces to the Ace. Releasing, starting over, having the conversation, and laying it all out on the table. Honesty, truth. No more guessing, no more guessing games, no more holding back. This is about discussing what is going on. What do you want? What are the intentions? Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Yeah, Justice, Libra energy. Why it's all happening is the Five of Cups with Justice. A decision recently that was made, or some kind of detachment or distance, contracts for some of you, connection with an individual that for some reason has just been very disappointing. Something that has caused pain or loss, some grief, sadness, okay? Possible separation in some way. It doesn't have to be between you, Aries, and this person. This could be about you and someone else, or the person you're connecting with and someone else. But this is just like a very difficult decision that was the source of sadness for someone involved. In the recent past, we have the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. This is about questioning where you want to put your investment, right? I think right now, Aries, there's a large group of you that are trying to ask yourself, do I put more time into myself, or am I putting more time into my relationships? Because you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You want to tend to your garden, but you have so many gardens to tend to. It's kind of you having to ask yourself, what takes priority here? What takes priority here? Because you care a lot about this person, but for some of you, I'm beginning to see this could actually just be more about you finding your own balance. Even though you have this deep connection to this person, do you love them more than you love yourself? Because there might be something coming in that's asking you to only pick one. You might be asked to make a decision on just one thing in your life that you want to focus on. If you could focus on yourself or other people or XYZ, what would you choose? And it's you finding within and saying, I choose myself. But there's almost like a guilt that comes with that feeling. For some, it's tied. You doing what you feel for yourself is also kind of the same as you wanting to be with this person, because you and this person share a lot in common. You want to be on the same path. But it's difficult to say because this person is so closed off. With the Eight of Swords coming in, right, that stuckness, the Emperor, Aries, with the Star, Aquarius, and the Sun, Leo. So, Aries, if you're connecting with an Aquarius, you and this person really just get along so well. And that's what's scary. That's what's so incredibly scary about this, is that you guys get along really, really well. If you are connecting with a Leo, right, you guys feel so tied to each other. You guys feel so tied and so just, it's like you're spiritually bound. And there's something about this that you almost wonder if it's real. The Eight of Swords, it's like it's almost too good to be true. You're afraid. The Eight of Swords is bound by fear, and in your fear position you have the Sun, and I am just beyond, I don't have words for you, Aries. But remember what we said with the Eight of Swords. Someone is finding their power, their truth. What's going to happen is through realizing, through communication, through understanding that even if there is distance, even if someone like the Emperor, right, is not the most communicative, because let's be honest, the Emperor is a man of very few words, right? So this could be somebody who really does not say a lot, With the sun, this is exploratory energy. With the sun, this is about opening up. But I'm getting Aries, that at some point what's going to happen is you're going to open yourself up to the possibilities, even if they don't pan out. Even if what this is here for a moment, you are completely okay with having it for the moment it's here. How you see yourself is the Star with the 9 of Pentacles. So you see yourself as single, you see yourself as working on your well-being, you see yourself as on the path to security, getting that job, making that money, working on your health, getting healthier, getting better, enjoying your solitude as you take your walks during the day, as you go to the gym, as you prepare your meals, you make your tea, right? As you do these things, as you do your yoga, as you do these things through the day for yourself, you just feel more and more complete. And that's just how you feel. If this with the Star, if this is an Aquarius, you feel like this person respects you as an individual. This 9 of Pentacles is what you don't see with Judgment. Someone has decided to stay single for a while. Someone has decided to focus on themselves for a while. They are leaving behind this notion that other people are worth the competition with themselves, because they're not. So if this is somebody you're connecting with, that you are wondering if they are tied up with other people, the answer to that is no. If you're wondering if you're on the right track to improving yourself and meeting your goals and becoming more secure and stable, the answer to that is yes. For some, this could be somebody returning from your past, but it's to improve you. It's to improve you. It's not to hinder your growth in any way. The fear here is the Sun with the Queen of Cups. This is about opening up emotionally. This could be a Leo you're connecting with, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? But the fear here is opening up. The fear is the warmth, as you're afraid of love. Again, because what if it's temporary? What if I fall in so deep, so fast, I lose myself in it? For some, this is not so much about what if it doesn't last, but what if it's so good it pulls me away from myself? And that's powerful, Aries. That is worth visiting. That is worth exploring, right? Because whatever this is, it brings with it such a happiness that part of you, I almost get, is willing to sacrifice yourself for it. And that's not the answer, because real love, real happiness does not require you to sacrifice yourself. It just asks you to show up. Just show up for it. Now, in the outcome, we have the Queen of Swords with the Moon, the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. So somebody is going to have a difficult time deciding ultimately where they want to go. But this is not going to be left a secret, okay? Because the 3 of Swords talks about a truth. It talks about a truth that is usually hidden, and the Moon talks about inner feelings, but the Queen of Swords is going to let it all out. She may have her defenses up, okay? But Aries, if this is the person you're connecting with, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, could be a Cancer as well, this person is going to open up about some painful things they've been thinking, been feeling, the reasons for them having their boundaries up and their defenses up. This may also be you though, right, Aries? Eliminating that fear of what may come if you take this more seriously than you have, or speak on things that are very serious and see where they go. In spite of that fear, you are going to release it, and you're going to say, you know what, I need to address it. I need to address it because we're getting nowhere for as long as this silence remains. Someone here is going to break the ice. Someone here is definitely going to break the ice. So let me go ahead and pull some guidance for you, Aries. Let me pull some guidance for you, please. Guidance for Aries. Guidance for Aries, please. Guidance for Aries. Heighten your vitality. So I'm getting health right away. And I don't do health readings, Aries, but heighten your vitality. Right? This is about motivation, feeling healthy, feeling alive, prioritizing your well-being. For some of you, right, if you're not active enough, get active. If you have been active, just know that you are in the process of improving your overall feeling of self, right? But in terms of you and this person, you and the people involved, and in this situation, continue to push yourself and strive to be the best version of yourself you can. You're on track for it. And let me see one more card, please, and guidance for Aries. One more card, please, for Aries and guidance. Trust. So while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So, Aries, as you work through these thoughts, these emotions, this, the star coming out twice, it could be an Aquarius, but it's also talking about that direction. It's that direction that you're feeling. It's feeling pulled to focus on yourself, to focus on your well-being. Part of you may not understand why it's asking you to do it in the ways it's asking you to do it. For some, this involves a career change. For some, it's talking about, pulling back on a partnership or pulling back from a job position because you're in transition to another one. And you're asking yourself, well, what was the point of putting this person, this place, this job, this thing in my life just to then lure me away from it to a different path? But the pull is so strong, there's a reason, you just can't see what it is. That's where this trust is coming in for guidance. There was a reason and there still is a reason. But for as long as you feel that pull and you feel that that is the true direction for you, venture into it. You may be pleasantly surprised. All right, Aries. My love, I'm going to leave this right here. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your energy. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed your reading today, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find the link to my site, to my website, in the description box below. And I will see you in the next reading, Aries. In the meantime, please stay safe, be well, and I am sending you all of my love. Until the next one, I love you. Bye, Aries.